there, this is Becca Feeken with Amazing Paper Grace. I'm so excited because today I'm debuting new dies, Arched Elegance, in anticipation of Winter 2015 CHA. We're going to be making a little project and I'm going to show the supply list at the end of the video, so let's get started. We're going to be making a gift card set using two brand new die template sets. The first is Arched Elegance Pockets and Arched Elegance, and they're both detailed sets with inlaid elements as well as bordering elements. And on the left is the pocket, and you can see the tabs on the pocket. It allows you to attach the pocket to anything you like. This is the box itself. It is 4 7/8 inch tall by 4 3/4 inches wide and 1.5 inches deep. If you pull the top off, made several different cards and envelopes, and then when you pull the card out, you'll see that it's actually a part of the box design. And inside we have a liner with an inlaid piece at the bottom. We're going to make the bottom of the box first. You're going to need a piece of cardstock that's 7.5 inches wide by 11 inches tall. We're going to make a couple of score marks, the first being at 1.5 inch and the second being at 6 inches. And then you're going to rotate your cardstock so that the long edge is along the top, and we'll make two more markings, one at 4 3/4 inch and the last at 6 1/4 inch. And so what I do normally after I score is I just flex my score lines, and I will show you a picture here of what the final product should look like after you've snipped the edges. Visually, this is what it should look like when you put your adhesive on, and so I'm going to step through pretty quickly, fast forward, of how you glue the box together. So next we're going to put together the lid. You're going to need a piece of cardstock 1.5 inches wide by 11 inches tall, and then you're going to need two of the pocket elements. Now you can see on the pocket elements there are already score lines, and we will score across the top, but on the sides we're going to create our own score marks on the corner that I'm pointing to, just because we want it to be wider than normal. And so I've gone ahead and I've put some adhesive down. I'm going to take the liner off of the adhesive and I'm going to adhere it to this vertical piece of paper. It doesn't really matter where it goes on the paper as long as it's kind of in the center, because when we get to the end we're going to trim it. Now that we have it adhered, we're going to make our first score marks, and so I'm just going to line it up and I'm going to score down. And the reason that I'm doing it this way is because I didn't want to do the strip separately. So by having them together, they're going to match up perfectly. And then it's going to be very easy to attach the third piece. And I'm actually going to step through pretty quickly, fast forward, of how the rest of this goes together for the lid. And now that we've trimmed, our lid is done. For each of the 4 cards, as well as the front of the box, there is a panel attached.
The panel consists of a cream piece of cardstock cut to 3 3/4 inch by 4 1/4 inch, and a gold piece of cardstock cut to 3 7/8 inch by 4 3/8 inch with the cream layered on top of the gold. And so you can see here that I've hand tied a bow that I've attached to the panel, and then the panel gets attached to the box front. As I mentioned, you do need 4 more, each for the front of your cards. Now we're going to move to creating the cards themselves, and the cards are created from 2 panels that are 5 inches by 4 3/8 inches each, and I've scored each 1/8 of an inch from the edge, and I have folded them down, and you can see that I'm putting a piece of adhesive on one of the folded edges, and once you peel that off, you'll take and you'll hold it with the flap facing down, and you'll marry it to a piece that has the flap facing up. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a hinge kind of card. It will have a line on the inside which will end up covering up later, but the flap on the outside is what we want for this particular card. And so what you'll do is you'll go ahead and you'll place your panel on the front just with any adhesive that's going to hold. And then next we're going to take and place adhesive on the top flap. And so once you place the adhesive down and you peel off the liner, you're going to take your Arched Elegance piece and you're going to attach it. You want to attach it so that the fold over flap doesn't show through. You might need to trim it a little bit. And then once that is attached, we'll move on to the inside liner piece. And now finally, for the liner, we're going to put a liner in each card, and the liner measures 4 3/8 inch by 4 5/8 inch. And you simply attach it with any adhesive, and on the bottom you've cut out that inlaid piece. And once it's inside, your card is done, and then you could take your card, put it in the box, and if you place the flap over the edge, it plays into the design of the box. I really hope that you've enjoyed this project, and we'll see you soon.
Don't forget, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by pressing the subscribe button. That way you'll get email notification that I have a new video. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up if you'd like to see more of the same. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.